Hey guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing Justice League issue 2, and let's talk about the cover. The cover is pretty much Superman and Batman fighting and Green Lantern in the background, and this is exactly what happens in the issue, and, great Jim Lee art, definitely a good cover. So I like the concept and I like the art of the cover for this issue. So let's see what happened in the issue. In the issue we have Flash, and he is, Barry Allen, and he is in the crime lab, and he says, oh, we have to figure out this murder, like, why are we not figuring out what's going on with this murder? It's like, oh, we have to figure out who the Flash is. We can't figure out murders until we figure out the Flash. It's not, his boss is saying this. It's not my decision, but we have to. So he's saying, oh, right, so we have to figure out who the Flash is. Great, and he's the Flash, so he knows who. No one's going to really find out his identity, or maybe people are going to find out his identity. So, next part of the issue, Batman and Superman are fighting because they kind of don't trust each other, and so they're all fighting, and then Green Lantern comes to fight Superman also. But in the end, they kind of, and the Flash comes also after, because he's not really doing anything at his job. But, so, they're fighting, but they kind of come up with a compromise and say, alright, let's figure out what this box is. Maybe we aren't the enemies. Let's work kind of as a team. He says, they kind of don't trust each other, but they're going to try to work together anyways, because they kind of all need each other. So they're trying to figure out what this box is all about. In a different part of the story, we get to see Cyborg and his father, and, Victor. So Victor and his father are talking, and Victor's like, why weren't you at my football game? And Victor's father says, football's not important. These superheroes are important. You think you're going to really be playing football? Come on. He's like, but I got full scholarships and everything. And then Victor's father says, you think you need full scholarship? I could pay for your college. You shouldn't be worrying about football. He says, so you're saying you're not going to my football game? He says, that's exactly what I'm saying. He says, alright, whatever. So, at that point, the box, because they both have it, Victor's father and, superheroes like Batman and Superman and Flash and Green Lantern. So they both have the boxes, and the box blows up at Victor's father's lab. And when it blows up, it also, I think it blows up at Green Lantern and Superman and all them. Also, theirs blows up and has all these monsters, mechanic monsters, robots, trying to fight them. But at Victor's lab, at both points, they have monsters. But at Victor's father's lab, Victor gets hurt from this bomb thing, and I'm guessing that's how he becomes Cyborg, because he needs to get fixed somehow with all this happening, and he's getting destroyed. So that's what happens in this issue. I thought this issue was very good because it's really telling a story of how they're coming together. Because, like, everyone's at odds with each other, but it seems like they are going to become a team. I don't think they're all going to trust each other at first, but as time goes on, they're going to trust each other. Like, they're just starting to know each other. It seems like our Green Lantern and the Flash knew each other, but like Batman, no one even knew existed. And then Superman, he's an alien. Who's gonna trust him? And then Cyborg is probably gonna become Cyborg because of what happened in this issue. And then it says in the end of the issue, next, Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman's gonna go to the team also. So definitely, it's gonna be a lot of origin stories of how the Justice League is going to be formed. And I think that's cool. It doesn't have to all happen in one issue that Justice League gets formed. As issues go on, we're going to see each character become a team and then calling each other Justice League. And seeing how that gets created. Because this is supposed to be taking place in the past, so that's pretty cool. So I thought that's a pretty cool issue. The only thing I don't like that's because it's set in the past is because it doesn't connect with the other issues. I mean, that's the only thing I kind of dislike of it being in the past. But it's cool to see how the Justice League is formed, like I said. And I guess this is, even though this is the past, we're still seeing their future in their own series. Because, like, in The Flash is pretty much what I think in the first issue is pretty much like it used to be. And like in Nightwing, it's pretty much like it used to be. Green Lanterns just after the war, Green Lantern. So we're seeing that it does go to a future as in what was before the DC reboot, if you understand what I'm saying. The story is before the DC reboot. even though this is so different from what it was before the DC reboot, 5 years from now in the story, it's gonna be, I think, the same. So that's my opinion. But if you know what I was just saying, but it's like gibberish. But I think it's gonna be. I don't think anything's gonna really change. I think the past is changing for the Justice League, but I think we're gonna get the same characters, in my opinion, because it seems like there's the same characters in their solo series. But it's just gonna take a longer time to see that. But like I said, I like seeing them being formed as a team, and I really like the issue. I give this a 4.5 because I love Jim Lee's art, but sometimes it gets a little sketchy. Like Barry Allen has like no eye there, so it's a little sketchy sometimes. But I give this issue a 4.5. I like the issue. Justice League's definitely. I never really pick up Justice League till the DC reboot, and I'm so far enjoying it. Let's see. I can't wait to see how it connects with the solo series with Green Lantern and all that, and how the story changes and how they become the Justice League. And I'm excited to see what happens. So definitely a good issue. I say pick it up. And this was Comic Uno, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys.